no matter how smart you are, no matter how driven you are, no matter how built out all of your other stats are, you will only ever really be as successful as the role, the realm, the job, the paradigm, the situation you are in allows you to be. What do I mean by this? Like, you can be the smartest person ever, you can have a PhD in nuclear physics. If you get dropped off in the forest somewhere, it doesn't matter that you know all this knowledge, that you're such a smart person. You'll only be as successful as the most successful bushman can be. Like, you might build a house out of logs, you might survive. That's the height of it. Like, that's the limit. So aligning yourself in a role, in a position that has great potential for success is very, very important. So there's this sentiment in the West especially, but I'd say throughout the world, that it's not advantageous, or it's seen as almost like spiritually crippling, let's say, to work for a big corporation, or to just work a job and be seen as working in the rat race. And although I definitely agree that obviously people have been overexpended and used and just all around not treated well at times in big companies, I definitely think there is a lot of value to putting yourself into a process that's already efficient. So ideally, you start out in your career, let's say engineering, you have a startup, you work for yourself, whatever you want to do, whatever things from your mind you want to see in the world, you just create. You somehow already have the capital for it, and you only ever work for yourself, and it just works out well. Now, I'd say that is not only just unrealistic, but I'd say bordering on impossible for many reasons. Obviously, most people don't have the money, the capital to open up whatever kind of business they want right away. But more than that, I would say it's an issue of experience. I'd say when you're first starting out, there's just so little you know. And I think working for a corporation who already knows a bunch of things in the field that you want to be good at, working for that corporation, learning as much as you can, and taking those skills and applying it then to your own venture, or continuing to work for corporations, but jumping around to end up in the one that you really want, and utilizing all of that knowledge, all of that experience, and all of its access as well. That's leverage. Like, you are leveraging the previous experience and the millions, if not billions of dollars that that corporation has invested to be a number one global player in an industry. You're able to leverage all of that by working for that company. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, like, if you are the smartest person ever, but you're just in the forest somewhere, there's no framework, there's no system in place to allow you to be successful. Like, you require all these other people who have come before you and built out this framework, this whole economic system that you're able to plug into, that you're able to tap into to make money out of. Now, it's the same thing with a corporation as well. Like, if you're able to find a company that already has so much experience that would take a lifetime, if not multiple lifetimes, to learn, and you're able to just work for that company and learn all that while getting paid, that is unbelievable leverage, unbelievable experience. And I think for whatever reason, it's just something that is overlooked. So during university, I planted trees for money. Now, this is a good example of leverage, okay? So before that, I was just working retail. And with retail, no matter how hard you work, no matter how much effort you're putting in, for a set amount of time, you're gonna make a set amount of money. You're paid per hour. The amazing thing with planting trees was you're paid per tree. So you're actually able to completely leverage your effort and get paid proportionally to how much effort you put in. Now, I was able to make $400, $500, even a couple times $700 a day versus $150 a day I would make working in retail. And that was just solely because I was able to leverage the industry that already existed. I had no part in forming the Canadian forestry industry, no part in forming the subsequent planting sub-industry that is vital to forestry in Canada. But I was able to just rock up there, have all these other people who have laid out this framework, this tree planting industry as a whole, and just plug in there, leverage all that previous labor and start making a lot of money. And that's just unbelievable leverage. That's just taking a well-formed and a well-thought-out business and working for that business and being rewarded handsomely for it. A lot of times you don't have to be the one to invent some great thing, but if you're able to align yourself with a boat that is already sailing rapidly towards success and you're able to just hop on that boat and ride it, had no part in building that ship, you had no part in aiming that ship, you had no part in building up the momentum that that ship now has. A lot of times all you got to do is identify a good ship, hop on, and leverage it. So once I finished planting trees, I finished university, I got my job. I'm currently working as an engineer in the nuclear field. And it's that same thing again, like this field has been around for about 100 years. 1940s is when obviously a lot of research went into this. And it's like so many people before me have put in so much effort to build out this framework, to build out this industry as far as it is today. And I am absolutely privileged to work for a company in that industry. And I'm able to leverage all of that expertise, all of that momentum that was done before I got there, and just attach myself to that winning ship and be handsomely rewarded for it. So why am I saying all this? I think we just get so caught up sometimes in thinking that corporations and working for companies is bad and it's soul crushing, and it definitely can be for sure, especially if it's not in an industry that you want to be in or want to grow in. But if you're able to align yourself with one of like a global player, like a juggernaut in your field, and you're able to just get in there and leverage that already built momentum and just learn as you're getting paid, it is an absolutely amazing opportunity and you should absolutely exploit it. It's not always about, I can't work for anyone, I can't give my time for a company. Obviously, yes. Like when I put in, let's say, 10 hours of work and make whatever, let's just say $300, the company, obviously, it has to be profitable for them to hire me. So they're obviously getting more than $300 of value out of my 10 hours of labor, or why would they hire me? But that's okay. It's like, just because they're making more off me than I'm making off them does not mean that I'm still losing in that transaction, because the only thing I'm gaining is not monetary value, but also value in experience, also value in optics, let's say, like the experience putting on your resume of working at such and such a company. That's important. Learning all those expertise while you're getting paid from that company, that's absolutely important. And just having them as a growing company and aligning yourself with that and growing with that company, that's where a lot of the value is. Yes, it's a job, but it's more than that if it's in the field that you want to be in and progressing in the direction that you want to go. So that's just a quick little piece on leverage and why I think it's definitely not bad to work for a corporation as long as it's in the field you want to be in and you're progressing towards the goals that you want out of life. Thank you.